and gentlemen. Welcome to the 7-Figure Fashion Business Podcast,
where we talk about the fashion industry and how to get your fashion business to 7 figures.
From manufacturing strategies, cut and sew designers, to fashion hot topics and the latest fashion trends, I'm your host, Monica Monique.
And I'm your host, XYZ. And let's jump into today's episode.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever the time is, where you are from. Good that time to you. You guys, I am back for a solo episode real quick. I wanted to hop on and give you some fashion news, some fashion hot topics for the week. Like I said in the last episode, or in the last little clip I gave you guys, we are back creating content for our podcast. And some of that will be solo with me. Maybe some will be solo with just Z. And of course, you're going to get our episodes where we are together discussing fashion topics in our lives and all of the things. You guys, I want to start off by saying I just canceled a trip to LA. I was supposed to go to LA tomorrow. If you are not aware of what's happening in Los Angeles, US, but in America in general, our new president Trump has decided to really go full force with ICE and getting immigrants or undocumented citizens out of our country. And right now, LA is just up in flames. A lot of people are literally burning things like cop cars and blocking off highways and protesting. And as a reaction to a lot of the ICE raids that happened. So while I was planning on going just to do some wholesale shopping for inventory for my store for summer and fall season, not going to happen. That is kind of fairly close to the area where all of this stuff is going on, as well as a lot of the people who work in the wholesale market, in those clothing manufacturing stores where I get some of my inventory from. And I love to go touch and feel the clothing in person as well. Anyway, a lot of the people who work there are either Asian or Hispanic. And a lot of them, if not all of them, are either first generation Americans or maybe people who are just here on visa, etc. So a lot of those businesses are actually closed or closing early to avoid just getting stuck downtown LA or having to deal with whatever ICE raids are going on. So shout out to all the people in LA who work within that district and who are really going through it right now, whether it's their family members or friends being at risk of being deported. Guys, and also to make it clear, I saw on The View the other day, they said, to be clear, being undocumented is not a crime. It is not a crime to be undocumented in America. It's a civil, it's a civil like ticket or something, but it's not a crime. They are treating undocumented people like they are criminals. Yes, getting actual criminals out of America, sure, everybody can agree with that. But when you are taking innocent parents from their children or etc., that is where they have crossed the line, and they are sending them, unfortunately, to countries where they are not even from. So that is what the news is saying. That is what some critics are saying. But as far as being on the ground, it's just not a good time to be there, especially if you are within the people or the group or the families that are being targeted right now. So it's unfortunate, and I did just want to kind of point that out. All that being said, prayerfully, it will stop soon. Back to the regular episode though. So Forever 21, have you guys seen? Forever 21 posted how many days ago? Let's see. Well, I guess a week ago at this point, they said, hey, Forever 21 family, we know there's been some buzz and we want to be clear. Forever 21 is not going anywhere, and we are still committed to bringing you the styles you love. Right now, we are evolving, refreshing, and building what's next. We get that change can feel unexpected, but we're excited for what's ahead. So basically, Forever 21 is saying that they are not going nowhere. Forever 21 is not gone. They are actually still around. They're trying to revive their brand, maybe reconstruct their brand, and come back better than ever. The interesting thing about that is a lot of people had like little funerals, and we made a lot of jokes about Forever 21 leaving, and a lot of the millennials were saying, you know, oh my God, what a time. Like, we used to love Forever 21, and how could they leave us, and etc. But I think that was the issue. The people who were shopping Forever 21 were 41 and 35 and 31. And they were not actually 21. And I get the name Forever 21. Clearly, it's for people who either are 21 or want to look 21. And I think the style became, when Forever 21 first came out, the style was for people who were 21. And that style never changed. So as those people became 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 30, 35, the style was still from when they were 21. The style never really evolved to the people who keep turning 21 every year. I think that's where they missed the mark. They were forever dressing like the 21-year-old that was 21 in 2010. You know what I'm saying? Like, it never reevaluated fashion every couple years, like how fashion evolves every couple years. Like, they never really left that tight bodycon, glitter, headband, retro, tight clothing era that they were in 2010. And it kind of gave, oh, this is the person who was 21 in 2010, and then never wants to get rid of that 2010 style. And I think that that's where they missed the mark. They just weren't evolving. Like, everybody was up in uproar when Pretty Little Thing said, you know, they're changing their whole model, and they went from this kind of bodycon type BBL style to what's now corporate chic, cute corporate girlies. But the gag is, shout out to Keke Palmer, the gag is they did what needed to be done. They changed, they evolved, they upgraded, they moved with the style. The style right now is preppy chic, cute corporate girly vibes, tennis pickleball wives, you know, out to Pilates, what are we wearing to brunch, golfing with bae type vibe. And Pretty Little Thing saw the trend where it was going, and then they changed. Forever 21 needed to do that, and they just were not willing to do it. And now I think that them coming back with, oh, we're not leaving, we're actually going to stay and build what's next. Okay, are y'all actually going to build what's next? Because we don't want what y'all had. It's like when old shows come back, and then people always say, oh, that would be so cool if the Cosby Show came back, or if Friends came back, or if, you know, such and such show got revived, like Fuller House and everything. But then the people who watched it actually don't watch the new version because they were not that interesting. It was just cool to say. And I feel like Forever 21 might experience the same thing. Like, we don't actually want you back. We just, we're going to miss you. But that's really it. We're going to miss you. It's a memory. It's a thing in time. But if you're going to come back, you need to be different. Highly, highly different. Anyway, off to the next topic. High Sobriety posted Pharrell's Spring Summer 26 men's pre-collection. It said it might just be his most complete vision for Louis Vuitton yet. It says the bags go hard, the footwear is detailed, the LV monogram gets playful new spins, and yes, there are even pieces for your dog. Now, going through this post, it's like a carousel, and it's posting like these duffel bags. They have like these, I want to say like fish tags on them. They look like almost like the size of like a little wallet sized bag that hangs off of your bag, but it's in the shape of a fish, and the fish has the LV print on it. It's very cute, very luxe looking. The duffel bags are cool, but another thing they added was these doggy bags that can carry your tiny dog, covered in the LV print, looking like an LV bag, but one side is the mesh so you can see the dog through it. Let me tell you, a lot of businesses right now are getting smarter. They're catering to people with money. They know that a recession is coming, and the few people who have money are still going to spend it and maybe even get richer. What they are doing is catering to that customer. What do rich people have? Tiny dogs. What do they want for their dog? A LV bag. Cute. Cater to them. Okay, we have to work smarter, not harder. A recession is still coming, if it's not already here. But if you want to be a brand right now and you want to continue thriving, you have to cater to the customers that have money. And customers that have money have dogs. They also have this LV printed leash that is like a wraparound body strap. Again, I love it. Cater to the audience that pays you. It is so chic. I love it. I love the design. There are obviously designs that exist that are, I don't know, maybe even patented for leash brands that wrap around the body. But the LV brand one, it's chef's kiss. I actually love it. They also have these like little doggy tags. Like, you know, I was explaining the wallet size fish tags. They have the doggy shaped tags as well. Raincoats that are beautiful. The detailing, the trim is stunning. They have these business corporate pants. They have this light LV print on them. It's brown on brown. Beautiful details. The shoes, immaculate. They have these denim jeans where it just looks like denim from the outside, but the cuff on the bottom, when it's flipped up, you can see the LV print on the inside. Again, chef's kiss. I love it. It's beautiful. What else do they have? I mean, honestly, if you just scroll through, if you look up SS26, that's the Spring Summer 26 collection for the men's collection. It is beautiful. I liked his other collections too, but I do think that this is beautiful as well. And I think a lot of the reason why it's really nice is because it's not so upfront and obvious Louis Vuitton print everywhere all the time. It's more so quiet luxury. Like, you can see the print if you're up close, but it's not in your face. Again, I said it's brown on brown or tan on lighter tan. It gives, I have money and I buy expensive clothes, but I don't need to throw it in your face and make you choke on it, you know? Beautiful. They even have like this floor bag that is like let's say it's like a duffel sized bag, but it's in the shape of a dog and it lays on the floor like a dog. It is, again, beautiful. Cater to the audience that pays you. So I love it. And that is the Pharrell's men's collection for the Spring Summer 26 pre-collection. Now let's talk about what Immaculate.style posted. Sorry, I had their audio on. But yeah, let's talk about what Immaculate.style posted. They said Prada first introduced their flat sneakers during the men's Spring 25 show, and they've quickly become one of the brand's most popular styles. While many of the designs have a sporty edge, they all share a clean, ultra-low profile look that pairs effortlessly with everything from jeans to wool trousers. It's versatility that makes them so appealing. Here are some examples. So it kind of scrolls through the Prada flat sneakers, but also some other collections that are posting flat sneakers right now as well, like Louis Vuitton, and Amiri, and some other brands, basically saying that flat sneakers, low to the ground sneakers, are what is new and is going to be the trend. Now, if you remember the Balenciaga chunky sneakers or the Yeezys or other similar chunky sneakers that was in 2024 and 2023 and years prior. Now they're saying we're going in the opposite direction with super flat, low to the ground sneakers. Now, how do I feel about this? What are the insoles like? As somebody over 30 now, I'm gonna need some insole on my shoes. These shoes look like, I don't know, bowling shoes. Like very just flat, thin shoes. And as somebody who is tall, I don't mind a flat shoe because sometimes I just don't want to be taller than what I already am at 5'9". But other times I just need a good insole. I need a good thickness. I want to feel comfortable walking around all day. I love walking. I love seeing the sights. So I want to be comfortable. And I feel like these shoes don't necessarily look comfortable. Are they fashionable? Sure. Do the colors hit? Sure. But I don't know. And I'm also just kind of tired of style changing so quickly and people just trying to hurry up and get on the new trend and buy what's new and what's in. I really do feel like fast fashion needs to go somewhere and sit down, because we need slow fashion for a while. We need people to start cherishing the things that they have, repairing things that we have. We need industries like seamstresses and tailors and cobblers, like people who fix shoes, to come back into style, to make what you have last and for things to be made with quality. I am really over the, oh, that's out, this is in vibe, but I get it. Whatever, I get it. Industries have to move, people have to make money, and that's what they're trying to do. But I don't know if I'm in love with it, honestly. I don't know if I'm in love with it. I've never bought the chunky shoe, the chunky Balenciaga vibe, but I also never bought into like flat Vans or anything either. I've bought into good sneakers with a good sole and that match my outfit. I am not a sneakerhead, so I can't relate, but something that matches my different outfits. If I have an outfit that's different shades of brown or outfits that are different shades of gray and black, I usually buy sneakers that I can pair with a lot of different things and that are comfortable to walk in. So I'm not super caring about this industry and how it changes, but I do feel like it's necessary for people to get what they want and feel comfortable. Now, stylish and comfortable, always. But if we're going to go into this flat shoe vibe, just beware that in 2 years, it'll be something different and you'll always have to change. Is that the last thing on my list for this week, what I want to talk about? Oh, there was another post. This is the last thing we're going to talk about. There was a post that says, well, I'm going to describe it. It's a picture and it says thousands of fashion students graduating this month. And then in the back of his picture is a photo of a house burning, and it said, "This is the fashion industry." So it's like a guy smiling in front of a house burning, and the guy smiling, it says, "Thousands of fashion students graduating this month," and in the back is the house burning, and over that it says, "The fashion industry." Just to kind of illustrate that the fashion industry is crumbling while all these people are excited to jump into it. I don't necessarily believe that that is true. I do think the fashion industry is still a good industry to get in. You just can't use the strategies that worked before. You really have to be new and innovative. You have to incorporate AI into your company. If not for design, then definitely for insight into SEO or strategy. I definitely think that in order to succeed in the fashion industry, you can't just be in one place anymore. Like, you can't just have a brick and mortar store, or you can't just have a website. You have to have a brick and mortar store and a website and a stand store and an Etsy and an eBay. However, they can all function together and work hand in hand through, once again, technology and AI. Like, the same stuff that's on your Shopify or on your website can be on Etsy and eBay and all of the things. And that can be the same thing in your brick and mortar store. But now you need to integrate all those things together for your business to thrive. You can't just have one thing anymore. Similar to how you can't just have one job anymore or one way for income. You need all these different ways to make income in order to thrive. So I think that goes for the fashion industry as well. And you just have to keep that in mind when you're jumping into this industry. You have to be creative. You have to be new. You have to be futuristic. You have to be different. You have to tell a story behind your brand and what you're making. And you just have to really want it. But anyway, those are my fashion posts that piqued my curiosity this week that I wanted to talk about, and I'll see you in the next episode. Love you. Thanks for tuning in every week, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.